All right, Jonathan Simpson, you wanted more Stanliner stuff? Here's some Stanliner stuff for you, sir. What up, Real World PDR? Let's talk about Stanliner tools, and more specifically, some of the ones that, well, kind of look the same. First things first is make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, share the video. If you don't do some of that, you're probably a jerk. If you have shown up only for the rant, skip ahead to 11:30. I don't know why you would do that. There's some cool stuff coming. So without further ado, let's check out some of this hotness. Hey, what's up? Jim with Real World PDR. What you see here is what I like to call an assload of Stanliner tools. Today we're going to take a look at them and I'm going to show you what each do individually. That's a huge lie. No, I'm not. Stop! Before you start flaming me in the comments, just understand that a lot of these tools have a lot of crossover. They do the same stuff. And that being the case, you pretty much have to be an idiot to buy all of them. I don't really appreciate that. I am going to show you why these tools are cool and how they cross over. Now let me say this, it is not necessary to buy this amount of tools, especially tools that have this much crossover. This is more of a hobby for me. If anything, this slows me way down. I will spend all kinds of time looking for which one of these is exactly right instead of just doing the damn job. So for me, this is more like a baseball card collection. I collect these Stanliner tools. Why? I don't fucking know. But I've got one of the largest collections in North America and I don't plan on losing that title. So let's take a look at a few of these. I'll show you some techniques with them. We'll take a look at this fender and I'll show you why these things are pretty cool. So in a situation like this, I'm gonna start out with the killer whale tail, but not this big one. Probably this little one. So I'm gonna use this smaller killer whale tail, I think, unless I change my mind, to get out a lot of these creases that are traveling this way on this fender. Now the way we do that, it's not a normal pushing motion. No. Although you can use this tool like that. This is a rocking motion. You've seen me do it before, but it's cool as hell every time. It looks like this. See that? I'm rocking. So the surface of that panel is gonna traverse the length of that tool. I'm gonna get that in the bottom of these crease dents and you're gonna see that these things come out super fast, super clean, no stitching possibility whatsoever. It's awesome. This is not gonna be the best angle ever. But this angle isn't so bad to view from, it's actually really terrible for me to work from. So watch what's happening here as I'm rolling this back and forth. You've seen a lot of examples of this. Now one thing that I'm doing, I'm not as accurate as I'd like to be because the angle I'm working is I'm taking multiple passes these days to fix the same thing that I would have tried to fix in one pass. This is something that Cass taught me directly and it works out much better and much cleaner. So there you have it. A little bit of knockdown work. That crease is gone as hell. No stitching, nothing crazy going on there, and I did that faster than you can without this tool. The pirate hook also does the same thing. Could have used this in here, but I decided I had to choose one, okay? So now let's take a look at other similarly designed tools. Let's check it out. So now let's take a peeky pie at this. Look at that bad boy. If you saw me compete at Orlando MTE last year, you saw me use this, and I made quick work of that fender dent. While Woody was struggling because he's, not that great at PDR and stuff, I think I had that fender dent done in like 2 minutes because of this tool, which gave me more time to work on that incredibly horrendously jacked up door. So this is called the Big Fender tool. We've got big fender dents. I couldn't think of a better time to use it. Let me show you how it works. I got a secret. That's no secret. It works in all the same ways. So you're going to see me do some rolling here. You're going to see me doing a little bit of that dragging here, some direct push, some of the samurai technique, which is also called interior blending sometimes. And you're going to see that this really takes care of a lot of damage really stinking quickly. Of course, it's sped up because you YouTube fans have short attention spans. So this is me sweating my balls off, laying on the ground to try to get an angle where you can see the dent and I can see the dent. This shit's hard and not ideal. So I'm gonna switch up the light so I can see more of it because I'm doing more of the fixing. So obviously the way this big fender tool is shaped makes it pretty damned ideal for fenders. Probably has something to do with how they named it, I don't know. But you can get all kinds of leverage for those direct pushes because bam, 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 bam. That rolling technique, well, that sure as hell still works too. You can even do some dragging. Want to know more about dragging? Well, then log on to realworldpdr.com and I'll show you some. Huh. So this tool is definitely in its element on fenders. Now, another cool thing about this dent is that shape there. See this? See this? That's on purpose. I can squeeze that all the way to the very bottom of this fender lip here. So let's take a look. This is all pushed in, right? Now, really, I could probably like take my hand and yank it out some. But if I want to be a professional PDR tech and do things with tools because we're not cavemen, I can do some shit like this. I'm gonna bury that down there, all the way down to that lip of that fender. Man, now I'm just gonna roll that thing out. Push, roll, whatever it takes to get the job. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go. Roll it, roll it, roll it. And now I'm just gonna do some of this interior blending stuff with it, try to get some stuff moving. Might do some of that dragging technique. Now, dragging technique is cool because it gets a lot of metal moving smoothly and quickly. Since you're not putting direct pushes on that, you're not gonna get texture like you would. So that's a tool that can do that. These guys, which I didn't even know what they're called, is another tool that is wonderful with that dragging technique. Now, unfortunately, I'm not set up here to get leverage with it, but it would do just fine. Cool thing about these and some of the other Stanliner tools is you want a softer push, but bango, just throw some glue on that bad boy. Yeah, that's right, softer push. It is so hot. Losing my damn mind here. It's so hot. So they recently came out with this one here. Now, I think they called this like the MTE style whale tail something or other. It's kind of got a flatter head here, kind of like a, I don't know, like something with a flatter head there. I haven't noticed a whole lot of difference, but let's keep in mind that I'm not a Stanliner expert. I got a lot of Stanliners. I use them in like 99% of my repairs, but I've never gone and trained in Lithuania. I have gone to seminars with Kaz and trained directly with the man, learned a bunch of stuff, so I feel somewhat qualified to teach it. But if you ask me the difference between this and some of the other ones, I don't know. The most exciting one of the day is your big ass killer whale tail. I'm not sure if this is a stock item or if this is just one of those things that occasionally comes up for sale. Definitely get yourself to an event if you want to get your hands on one of these. I do a lot of talking about this thing at realworldpdr.com. Super duper multifunctional and what I believe that most of these tools are kind of based around. This is just like Big Daddy whale tail here. So check out how quick we can get rid of this last crease in this fender. So instead of listening to that handsome idiot and paying attention to how quick we can do, look how many techniques we can throw in here because I didn't get my leverage set up right because I was hot and lazy. You see, I just did a pick slide there, create a little bit of line. All it would have taken was me to turn the wheel, get better leverage. I just didn't do it. So that's going to force me to do things like that rolling technique, direct push like it's going on right here, the dragging technique. You're going to see some awesome examples of this dragging technique in action right there. Yeah, you can actually get that crease to come out with that technique. Of course, direct push works pretty fabulously too. I did cause quite a bit of texture on this one, to be real honest with you. This is real world, so why the hell not? Because again, trying to work around a camera is a lot harder than you might think it is. Give it a try sometimes, kind of sucks. So you can see here, that tool does give me quite a bit of accuracy. I find that the other tools, the pyro hooks, give a little bit more. So moving on, just to show you how cool this rolling technique is, watch me get this tiny sharp little dent out with this tool. I'm actually gonna push it a hair high. Easy peasy, Japanesey, I barely have to know what I'm doing. So you've seen quite a few of these techniques. Are there more? Well, hell yes. I have got some super cool ones that I'm saving for the website at realworldpdr.com for members. Oh, I'm sweating my own sweat. Okay, last one we're gonna take a look at in depth today. Look at that sweat, jeez. Is this goofy looking SOB. It took me a while, a long while, to figure out what in the hell this thing was for. But like all Stanliner tools, what had to happen is I just had to start screwing around with it, and then all of a sudden, bang, it became known to me. The heavens opened, the light shined down, divine knowledge was bestowed upon me. So that digs real far deep down into fender wells. So right here, where you can't see, and I'm too lazy to move the camera, where the fender rolls over, you can just jam that thing down in there. Jam that thing, and then just give it a little roll. Just like we did with that big fender tool. So there's a little more overlap. Also, take note, still got that soft side. So even if I'm working up higher, if I'm working on a body line, whatever, this thing still pushes pretty well. So let's take a look at what it does at the very edge of a fender here. And that should give you a pretty good roundabout idea of what these similar looking Stanliner tools are about. Coming up right here is a great tutorial of how not to take dent videos. Hey, this is free content. If you got a problem with it, pay something. My disgusting arm got in the way, so you can't see a whole lot of this, but there is some parts here that you can see and the different ways that I'm using this tool and that I am really digging it really far down into that fender lip. Pretty cool, pretty awesome, but right about, I don't know, here it becomes pretty useless on camera because of my stupid arm. Sorry about that, fellers. Okay, look at how hot I have gotten for you people. This is love. This is what I give to you. So obviously those dents aren't glassed out because that's not what this video was. Want to learn how to glass out dents? revolutionized.com. That's where I'd go. And that's where hundreds of the best new technicians in the PDR industry went to. Let me make something abundantly clear. 1, I'm hot. 2, I have 12 similar Stanliner tools here. Well, this isn't all, this is only like 5. There's more on the ground right here. Hopefully Casper cleans it up tomorrow. When I worked at the Subaru factory where I first started doing PDR, literally all the rods that I had, I could carry in one hand. I'm talking I had like maybe 10. Now, with those 10 rods, what I can tell you is I could fix everything on a Subaru. I had those 10 rods, a community set of whale tails, and that's it. Well, like, except for like the glue gun and stuff. And these weren't like nice rods. These were rough cut bullshit made out of torsion bars out of trunks. They were rusty, they were flexy, the tips, I don't even want to talk about the tip, there's no way. You try to get a perfectly smooth tip with a fucking grinder. These were not pretty tools, but I tell you what, that is where I discovered the secret to moving metal. With those 8, 10, 12, whatever it was tools, I could fix everything on a Subaru. I didn't need 12 Stanliner tools like this. I didn't need this entire shop full of tools. Anybody who's ever been here can tell you what you see on camera is but a tiny little bit of the amount of tools that we have. This is because I like them. This is tool companies send me tools to try out and I end up keeping them. This is tool companies send me tools to review and I end up keeping them. This does nothing but slow me down. And I don't mind it because I'm there after 16 years. Somebody who understands metal movement and can make these 10 homemade tools work is gonna be a way better PDR tech than somebody who is just buying tools to make up for their obvious lack of skill. PDR is cool, man. You can't fake this. There are no amount of tools that you're gonna buy that's gonna make you awesome. Understanding the way metal moves, like we teach on realworldpdr.com, understanding some of the fundamentals that so many people get wrong, perfecting those fundamentals, and putting in the fucking time. Only thing that's gonna make you better at PDR. You can't go to some idiot's fucking Facebook page, pick off some free information off YouTube, and think that you're gonna absorb that shit as long as you buy the tools. That's not how it fucking works, and that's super fucking lazy. And if you think that's how it works, you should be ashamed. You're not my people. Put in the hard work. Look, no secret, PDR is a lucrative career. Why? To have a good niche market, you need to be cost prohibitive or skill prohibitive. Cost, I made my tools to get into PDR. This is not cost prohibitive. I literally have a training system online for $65 a month. Anybody that can spring for $2 a day can afford that. But what PDR is skill prohibitive. It is a steep learning curve. It's hard to learn. I've made it simpler, other trainers have made it simpler. But you cannot fake this shit, especially by buying shiny tools you don't know how to use. So get your training. That is the best tool you have in PDR. Everything that you got locked up here, that is the best tool in PDR. Running out and buying the best, latest, greatest thing that everybody's talking about, you just gotta have it, even me. That's not gonna make you better at PDR. If I get excited about a tool, understand I've got all of them. I didn't need it, I just think it's cool. Here's the deal. If I gave you every tool in this shop and you gave me back my homemade torsion bar piece of shit fucking tools that I use at the factory, if you're just starting this game, none of these mean shit to you. I will work circles around you with those bullshit tools. And I'll put together good repairs, because I did for a long time. Stop faking the funk, man. Real World PDR has everything you need to know to get going with this. It's not about the tool, it's about knowing what the metal does. It's about paying attention to the lessons. It's about filling your brain with the knowledge. Stop trying to fake it. If you're asking me about tools and you're not asking me about how metal's moving, you're probably not asking the right questions. A little bit ranty on you there, didn't I? You learn anything? Were you listening? I can't believe I was made to sweat my own sweat today. I got people for that. Why am I sweating my own sweat? Ridiculous. Just imagine how I smell. I wish there was smell-o-vision, like you could scratch your computer or your iPhone right now and just smell me. You would not want to be my friend right now. I'm gonna go home and give my wife a hug. And maybe make my 13-year-old smell my armpit. If you're not forcing your 13-year-old to smell your sweaty armpit, I'm telling you you're parenting wrong and you should be ashamed. Your wife should also be forced to hug you while you're sopping wet with sweat. That's basically a law. She's gonna say she doesn't like it, but here's the truth. She loves the extra attention, and that sweat is full of pheromones. So she'll be even more attracted to you. Hey, general rule of thumb around here is don't take relationship advice from Jim or sleep advice from Jim, because I suck at both. Ha! Yeah, like I'm pretty good at PDR, but like do not listen to me about those things at all. Just don't. That advice about not taking that advice was good advice. Here's some more good advice. Check out the Real World Order PDR podcast. Available everywhere that, well, people listen to podcasts. It's like other PDR podcasts, but like less bad. Also, check out revolutionpdrtools.com. We've got the hammers. We've got the declaration set. Man, we have got these rev handles, which are pretty damn kick-ass. Join the revolution. That's Yulia Crystal. Thanks for your face, Yulia. revolutionpdrtools.com. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I will see you on the next one.